Whew. During a time like this, COVID 19 has left many of those who are uninsured frightened for their families and for themselves. With this global pandemic threatening our health, economy, and very way of life, those who have health insurance can take comfort in knowing that their health expenses will be covered. Because the topic of insurance is less common knowledge, I want to familiarize you with some key components of health insurance that you could utilize in your daily life. Many of you are young, insured by your parents. But did you know that at the age of 26, you will no longer be able to remain covered by your parents' healthcare plans? So, what does that mean, and why is health insurance so important? It means that if an incident of illness or injury were to occur during a time in which you are no longer insured, you would be forced to pay those medical expenses out of pocket. For example, you obtain a medical bill for $5,000, but you can't pay it off right away due to a variety of circumstances. Now, in this case, you would most likely have to apply for a loan in order to both consolidate and pay off medical debt incurred by this incident. But what is health insurance exactly, and what are some key components that everyone should understand? According to Investopedia, health insurance is a type of insurance coverage that pays for medical and surgical expenses incurred by the insured. Health insurance is provided by both private insurers and the federal government. Though there are many components to health insurance, such as coinsurance and copay, when looking for a policy, there are at least two key components that one should be aware of when considering if a policy is right for them. These key components are premiums and deductibles. Simply put, premiums are the cost of your insurance. Premiums are often monthly payments in which the amount owed is calculated based on your personal information and the type of coverage that you're looking for. For example, if a policy with a premium of $50 a month, I am paying $50 a month in order to pay for the cost of an insurance policy. Though private health insurance companies may charge you fees for an insurance plan, these are not considered premium, but rather other expenses. The second key component of health insurance is the deductible. According to the balance, a deductible is the amount of money you will pay in an insurance claim before the health insurance benefits will start to cover the cost. Say, for example, you have a policy with a $1,000 deductible. If you incur a medical bill of $5,000, you will pay $1,000 out of pocket, while your insurance company pays the remaining $4,000. That $1,000 out-of-pocket payment is your deductible. Unlike a premium, the cost of a deductible is often decided by the customer since they are willingly taking on a certain amount of risk. In most cases, the higher the deductible in a policy, the lower premiums a policyholder has to pay. These are called high deductible health plans. Often attached to these HDHPs are health savings accounts. HSAs are savings accounts that an insured contributes money to in order to eventually withdraw it for the purpose of paying a deductible. HSAs are tax advantage accounts, meaning that an insured is not taxed for depositing or withdrawing money from the account. Different private insurance companies will offer a variety of health insurance plans, therefore, it is up to you to choose which company and which policy is right for you. For example, such plans will include PPOs and HMO plans. PPO plans allow you to seek a specialist without a recommendation from a general practitioner and are thus more expensive than HMO plans. HMO plans require you to get a referral from a general practitioner in order to seek out a specialist and are thus less expensive than PPO plans. Another component of health insurance to consider is coinsurance. Investopedia defines coinsurance as the amount generally expressed in a fixed percentage an insured must pay against a claim after the deductible is satisfied. So, for example, if an insured has an 80-20 coinsurance plan, the insured is responsible for paying 20% of medical costs after also paying the deductible, while the insurance company pays 80% of the expense. So even though you're paying 20% of the medical costs, you still have to first pay the deductible. Coinsurance is beneficial as it allows you to meet an annual deductible and also provides an out-of-pocket maximum. It also may allow for greater coverage of expenses if you and a spouse have coinsurance plans. Other plans may include copay. A copay plan charges a set amount. Like, for example, if you go to the doctor and you upfront give them $20, you pay $20 at each time of service. So that makes it easier to determine the cost of medical care over the course of a year, far better than coinsurance. In conclusion, you have learned the purpose of health insurance, the definitions of premiums and deductibles, HMOs and PPOs, coinsurance, and copay. Now that you understand some key components of health insurance, you can be better prepared when looking to buy a policy.